For we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15.
And this is Top Notes by Topper. And on this channel, we have fragrance reviews, fragrance tips, and also fragrance hauls like the one we're having today. I am a fragrance reviewer from Lagos, Nigeria. If you are interested in all the things I've talked about and you are not already subscribed, click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you would always be notified when I upload a new video. Today in the video, I have a haul and it's from two houses, Nishane and Tiziana Terenze. Butchering the name. So if you're interested in knowing the fragrances from this house, without much ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back. So I'm going to start with the house that I have only one fragrance of, and it is Tiziana Terenzi's Arethusa. So we're going to open it, and this is a beautiful gold and black bottle. It has a booklet in it, just like all of Tiziana Terenzi's fragrances. And then this is how it is. Like I say, gold bottles are magnets for print, being that I have opened this bottle already. And if you're new, I usually, when I'm doing my hauls or my first impressions, I kind of would have played with the fragrance for a bit before I get into it, just because I think that coming on here to just open a fragrance and sniff and say it has this, it has that, I don't think it's good enough. At least I should play with it for a day or two, understand the fragrance, and say something. It's still a first impression. So this is it. So this is Arethusa. I don't know how you call it, but I'm calling it the way my phonics teacher would call it, Arethusa. If it's another name, please let me know in the comment section. I have not looked up the notes of this fragrance, nothing like that. That is one of the things that I'm doing on my journey, where I want to experience the fragrance for myself, note-wise, just knowing, and also kind of training my nose to know if I can pick up scent. So right over the top, I smell something green. There's a green note, maybe a vetiver. There's also some dryness like oak moss in it, and there's some blue notes, definitely some blue notes, and it mixes with something slightly minty, fresh in it. There's some citrus going on there that makes it very beautiful. So it's a mix of some form of blue notes with some green, so you get some of the aquatic notes with a green like a vetiver and dryness of an oak moss, and then it mixes very well with some ambre quality. I dare to say even some vanilla or some benzoin, but like some raisin tying them down. It's this honestly, this is a very beautiful fragrance. It's in my alley, because if you know me, I'm a lover of vetiver. I'm a lover of anything green, and this is so beautiful. It is so unique. It's so unique, just with the blend, and it's super long lasting. When I say long lasting, this thing here is super long lasting. The first time that I got and I spritzed it was around noon, and even when I went to bed and I washed, I took my bath, I could still smell it on my wrist, and I go to bed at about 9 p.m. So from noon till 9 p.m. I was smelling this actively. As it begins to dry, I get slightly sweet, not overpowering sweet, but very beautifully sweet. Like it has some floral in it. I'm thinking something like an osmanthus, that is a floral that has like a fruity nature to it. It's a very, very beautiful, and then it begins to get a bit more floral. The citrusness begins to go down. It gets floral, so it becomes floral green with some blue notes in the background that is tied together with some ambre or resinous thing like vanilla or benzoin. Very beautiful, even maybe tonka bean. Like very nice. I really, really like it. It's super beautiful. It's a unique scent. It's one that I haven't smelled in a fragrance in a long time. And if you're like me, that I think currently I have put my nose to about 200 different fragrances. So at this point, I almost know different DNAs in different fragrances. This right here, I'll say, is a unique fragrance. So this is Arethusa by Tiziana Terenzi. So my next one is, I said, Nishane or Nishane, and this is Fan Your Flames. This is a beautiful fragrance that I got to. But this one, I did a poll on my Instagram, and then it was between this one and 1,000 Silent Ways I think it's 1,000 silence. But the poll had me choosing this. I like the presentation of this brand, I must say. Can you see it has Nishane Extrait de Perfume, and then there's a card in here like this, and then this is how it sits in the silk, very beautiful silk wrap like this, very beautiful. And then this is the card that comes with it. So the card is like a postcard. As you can see, it's a postcard, and it says fan your flames. It has top notes of coconut and rum, tobacco, mid notes of tobacco and tonka bean, oakmoss and cedar wood. So this one, without even wanting to know the notes, you will, because even on the bottle the notes is there. So down here at the bottle, I don't know if you can see, it's there. It's a beautiful bottle, and it says fan your flames. Behind you can see the Nishane logo, which is a horse, like a polo player or an archer. I don't know, let me be sure. It's an archer, so it's somebody drawing a bow on it. So let's smell it. Excited. I like this one. I like it. If you know me, I like coconut, and I like rum, and I like tonka. I like vanilla, so anything in that place. So I have 3 things that I like all together, and then tobacco once in a while it is that. So this is a tropical, smoky, rosy, deep resinous fragrance. The oakmoss here is a bit dirty. It gives us a slight little dirtiness, just slightly, but it goes well. This fragrance, honestly, it smells like kissing somebody that has just smoked. You had rum and smoked some cigar, not cigarette, but some cigar, that kind of feel. Don't ask me. I saw how you look. Don't ask me if I have. I'm just saying. This is me trying to give you a good picture of it. So it smells literally like kissing someone that has had rum and smoked some cigar. And then there's this earthiness that the oakmoss gives it. In the beginning, it's slightly dirty, but it begins to get very earthy. Yeah, it smells like a bit of dust coming out of it. Very pretty. The cedar wood just gives the cedar wood even makes the booziness much more, amps up the booziness, also amps up the smokiness of it. It doesn't stand alone as cedar wood, but it goes on to amp up the booziness and the smokiness of this. This, honestly, I'm going to be looking out for the 100 ml. I have the 50 ml. If I'm able to go through this, I'm definitely going to get back up of the 100 ml. I'm definitely going to, because this is beautiful. This is so, like, can you see how excited I am. This too, I spritz it too, just 2. Please bear in mind that these are Extrait de Perfume. So Extrait de Perfume has a higher concentration. Like, can you see the back of my hands? I don't know if you can see. It's shiny. Can you see? It's oil. This is all oil. It feels like, you put anointing oil on your forehead. It's all oil. So because of that, please use with caution. Don't go doing to like we do with our eau de perfume and we do with our eau de toilette. You're going to choke everybody and choke yourself too, okay? So these are Extrait de Perfume. Just a little goes a long way. This is beautiful. So this is Fan Your Flames. Thank you, my Instagram family, for putting me on Fan Your Flames. I'm definitely going to be coming to you for more advice because, girl, this thing is good. It's really good. And so that is Nishane Fan Your Flames. The last but not the least is another Nishane right here, and this is Hacivat. I don't know. Tell me how you call it. So this is it. It's another one Nishane, and this is Hacivat. Just like the one I showed you, it opens the exact same way. You pull it out. I like the way it's not loose, it's a bit tight. So it pulls like that. Again, there's the postcard. This one I got in 100 ml just because I liked it when I kind of look at first. Okay, no, I subscriber here who has become my sister. Her name is Afra Daily. Afra Kuma. Thank you so much. And I trusted her so much. So when it was just 100 ml, I was like, okay, you know what, I'll take it. So there are top notes of bergamot, pineapple, and grapefruit, jasmine, patchouli, cedarwood, clairwood, oak moss, and dry timberwood. It's gonna be good. This is going to be really, really good. This one doesn't have the notes on it like the other one did, but this is Hacivat, and it has Istanbul on it. The other one says New York. This one says Istanbul. So let's see. This is it. The 100 ml bottle is a bit more stockier. It's white like this, and let me spritz. I'm trying to find where I have it. Okay, here. I haven't put any fragrance. This is beautiful. Pineapple, citrus. It is beautiful. So the pineapple comes out, the grapefruit is there. Then the woodiness slightly, it begins to come in. But this is a freshie. This is fresh and beautiful. I'm happy because this is going to be a fresh scent that will last long, because I'm a street the perfume. Because when you have citruses and fruitiness coming out in a fragrance, usually it doesn't last long. But then there's oak moss that gives it the slight earthiness. The earthiness in this is not as much as the one in Fan Your Flames, but this is still super earthy. Just enough to balance the freshness and the sweetness in the pineapple. The pineapple is not super sweet. It's not like an overly ripe pineapple. It's just mid-ripeness, mid-freshness, mid-sweetness. This one lasted, but not as long as this. I would say that this one, so I had I got a small sample of this one, or small thing that I put on my wrist when I was at the store. And I was in the store there for let's say 2 hours, because I kept going back and forth on just sometimes when I go through these stores I like to go through. And when I came home, my husband was like, oh, you smell really fresh, what did you wear? And usually when I'm going fragrance shopping, if I put only one, I usually will put only one thing on my skin, and then the other ones I put on a blotted paper, just because I don't want to confuse what I'm wearing. And this is great. It's just fruity, woody, just slightly sweet, but just very beautiful. Effervescent, it's not too heavy, very nice. I'll say that this for me would be, it's blind buy safe. And also one of the things that the person told me was gave me some layering combos that goes very well with this. But honestly, this on its own, I love it. It's a very beautiful fragrance. It's airy. I would say for those that live in the temperate regions, this is going to be a summer, spring kind of fragrance. It's too light for winter and fall. But it's beautiful because of the woodiness. It can also work for summer nights. Very nice. It's a great fragrance. I'm going to play with it some more so that I can have a lot more to say. But for now, this is like my first impression, in quotes. Like I always say that my own first impressions are not like just open up. I like to kind of have put it on my skin for some time, worn around, so I have more to say. Because what I've realized is sometimes the things that you say within the first few seconds when you spray a fragrance is not really the authentic fragrance or the real deal of the fragrance. So sometimes you need to play with it at least a couple of days, in my opinion, and then be more true and more understand. Because sometimes I feel like with the filming lights and all those things, they kind of also change how you smell the fragrance. And then especially like now for me that has sprayed 2 or 3 fragrances already, if I was doing any of these as a blind buy, I probably would not really know what I'm smelling, especially when I don't have a coffee bean that I'm using to clear my nose. So that's my thoughts. If you have used any of these, honestly I was going for Annie, but I didn't like Annie. There was something when I put it on the blotter, I didn't put it on my skin, but even on the blotter there was something that it's a fruit that takes it off. And then also the dry down on the paper was smelling to me like Make-a-Lips ylang. So I was feeling like, okay, there's vanilla, there's, ylang has vanilla, it has coconut, it has mango fruit, it has some bit of spiciness from the mint. So I don't know if that is what was giving me the ginger and vanilla feel that Annie has. So I just was like, you know what, these two I felt like I was comfortable because people had recommended it, and so that was why I got them. But I don't think that I'll get honey, maybe a decant of honey to be able to do like a video or to be able to be sure. But what I smelled on the paper wasn't what I was going to get. No, I wasn't going to do that. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know which of Nishane or Nishane's fragrances you have used. Tell me which of Tiziana Terenzi's fragrances that you have also used and or you love, and if I catch my eyes on them at any point, I'll make it a point together. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up? Why don't you share? If you're not already subscribed at this point and you enjoy this video, I'll be elated if you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be reading your comments, and as always, stay safe,